Hey, this is Lewis from Breakdance, and in this video, I want to show you how to create a header using Breakdance. So from the WordPress admin panel, go to Breakdance and then Headers, and then choose Add Header. I'm going to call this header My Header, and now we're going to choose where the header applies. I want the header to appear everywhere on my site, so I'm just going to choose Apply Header to Everywhere. But if you want a header that only applies to certain pages, certain posts, certain parts of your site, if you want a header that only applies for example, logged in users, there's all the conditions you could possibly need to choose exactly where your header appears. But I want this header to apply everywhere, so I'm just going to set location to everywhere, and I won't set up any conditions. And then I will click Add Header. And now I'm going to open up my header to edit in Breakdance. And in Breakdance, you build headers using a dedicated header builder element. So go to Add and type in header to find header builder. You can also find it in Site Header Builder. We'll drag that onto the page. And in my header, I'm going to want a logo, so I'm going to add an image element. And I'm also going to want a menu. First, I'll set up my image to use my logo, so I'll just go Choose. I've already uploaded my logo here. And then I will add in a menu. You have two choices for menus in Breakdance. You can add a WP menu. This will pull in your menu from WordPress. You'll set up your menu in the WordPress admin, add appearance menus. Or you can add a menu builder element. Menu builder allows you to create the menu inside Breakdance. You can see in menu builder, you create the menu for menu links, menu drop downs, and you set up all of the links, column titles, etc. inside Breakdance. The menus, both of them are, of course, fully responsive, accessible, support keyboard nav, etc. So anyway, that's how to do a basic header in Breakdance. Now let's take a look at some of the more advanced functionality of the header builder element. Header builder supports both sticky and overlay headers. So first I will show an overlay header. To do that, you just go to Design and then Overlay. And if you enable the overlay header, your header will become transparent. That way, if you had a page with like a section background and you wanted the section background to come through the header, it would do it if you enabled overlay. You can also do sticky headers. To do that, you just go to the Design tab and then Sticky. And if you enable the sticky header, the header will stick to the top of the page on scroll. A number of options are available to configure the sticky header. For example, I'll go to Scroll Behavior, and I'm going to hide the header after scrolling 400 pixels. So when we get to this hide line, which of course only appears in the builder, the header will animate out of view. You can change the reveal animation to fade from slide. You can also hide the header until scroll. So I cleared the scroll behavior, and now I will choose hide until scroll. And now when we scroll 500 pixels, it will appear. So at the top, it doesn't appear, and only when we scroll 500 pixels. This would typically be used to create a different header when the header is sticky. For example, let's clear out the sticky behavior and say I want this to be my main header, but once we scroll a ways down the page, I want a different header to appear. Well, to do that, I will simply add another header builder element, and I will copy and paste my logo in there. And then instead of my menu with all the links, I just want a Buy button. So I'm going to add a button. I'll call it Buy Now. And we're going to give this header a slightly different background color, and in spacing we're going to give it a little less padding so it's just not quite as tall. So we want this header to be our sticky header and this header to be our main header. So to do that, we'll just choose the header we want to be our sticky header. We will go to Sticky, Enable, and then under Scroll Behavior we will hide until scroll, and we'll show it after 500 pixels. Now you scroll, and then your sticky header animates into view. You can also disable the sticky behavior on certain breakpoints. For example, if you don't want a sticky header to appear on mobile devices, you could choose Disable at Tablet Portrait. And now you'll have a sticky header on desktop and a sticky header on tablet, but you won't have a sticky header on any smaller devices. Anyway, that's about it for the header builder in Breakdance. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.